This music always makes me want to dance, fellas. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to First Touch 26. This is our daily World Cup show that we have been churning out every single day of this tournament. And here we are, the semifinals in the books. And guess what, fellas? It ain't coming home. It ain't coming home because, England lost to Argentina in this one. And we have so much to talk about. They're going to face Spain in the final. Leo Messi and Argentina, the defending champions, will have a chance to defend their title. We finally get a finalissima, people. There's a lot to be excited about, so much to chat about. I am so stoked to be with y'all. I'm Susannah Fuller, alongside my guys, David Gass and Matt Doyle. Hey, cheers.
Cheers, gang.
Cheers.
After that one, I need it.
Holy moly. Mm-hmm.
That was fun.
It was so fun. And
That's the point.
I'll say that is the point. And I don't think I had as much fun in the first semifinal as I did watching this one.
Yeah.
And the first half wasn't great.
Yeah.
The second
But
half,
it was still
however,
fun.
Yeah.
It was still so much fun. So before we dive into everything, if I had told you at the day one of this World Cup that it was going to be Argentina and Spain facing off in the final, would you have put money on it?
I would have.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have taken that versus the field, but this has always been plausible.
Yeah.
Even when Argentina was playing poorly, and throughout this tournament, until the final half hour of this game, Argentina was playing poorly by their standards, and that's why this idiot right here picked them to lose big
Don't you
today.
worry.
Yeah,
Comfortably.
That's one of my big talking points.
I
very
think that is
excited.
fair. But because they have Messi and because this group is so battle-tested and wild-eyed and committed, they always had a chance to be here. And I am just in awe of how it happened, and I'm in awe of how funny the group chat is right now
I know,
and
it
the
is popping
entire
off.
internet. And so, yeah, we get Messi and Argentina versus Spain and Lamine Yamal.
Messi bathed him as a baby. It's been written in the stars
I went
For
a
19
long
years.
time. Yeah, for a long time.
Full circle.
This is what I asked for yesterday. I had said I thought yesterday would be a great soccer game. I thought it was the two best teams in the world for the soccer they played. France didn't show up and didn't bring that. But I wanted the drama on this one. And even through that first half, 3 minutes in, we have our first fight. The England anthem getting booed out of the stadium. The Argentine fans throughout the city. The England fans dressed up as crusaders or whatever the hell that is. You had all those vibes. And I think throughout the first half, you saw it. Bellingham, we were talking about it, Jude and Messi fighting. What language are they speaking?
Yeah.
Is it in Spanish? Because Jude's learned it in Real Madrid. Is it in English? Because Messi plays in Miami, which means it's in Spanish because he lives in Miami. Or most likely they were speaking different languages and talking past each other. There was an elbow within those first 3 minutes. And there was a little bit of soccer through that, but this was what we had signed up for. And this was what
100%.
England-Argentina is. And there's beauty in that, different than what the beauty is when Spain is moving the ball around the field or, France is breaking people down 1v1, as well as it's fun. The war is fun.
Yeah.
The passion is fun. And even if England had held on 1-0, I enjoyed that game.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it a hell of a lot more after Argentina scored twice in the last 10 minutes.
Same, my friend. Oh, my gosh. I can't wait to dive into this one. But this is our review presented by soccer.com. Reminder, guys, Gold Club days are happening right now at soccer.com, but tomorrow is the last chance to take advantage of these special offers. So if you're looking to upgrade your kit collection like I have throughout this entire tournament, now's the perfect time to do it. Save an extra 20% off site-wide with the code GCDays, up to $300 in savings with some exclusions applying. Spend $199 to get a free Trionda keyring or $299 to score a free Trionda Mini Plus ball. Plus, use the code HATTRICK to earn 3 times the Gold Club points on all cleat purchases. Head to soccer.com today and don't miss these limited time Gold Club days offers. All right, fellas, let's get into this one because we talked a lot yesterday about kind of the history of these two teams, and that there's a rich history between Argentina and England. They do not like each other. As David said, we saw that fully on display leading up to this match on the pitch. And truly, the first half wasn't, like I said, it wasn't great, Doyle. But then the second half, Anthony Gordon breaks the deadlock, right, in the 55th minute. He made a really lovely run into the box from a cross from Morgan Rogers. And after that is what it got really interesting, because it seemed like Tuchel was like, okay, we've got a 1-0 lead, and I'm kind of happy to just sort of sit back and absorb this pressure. And I'm sure you have some thoughts on. I know you're a big Thomas Tuchel guy in general.
Tommy Tactics.
What did you make of the way England, approached this game after having taken the 1-0 lead after Anthony Gordon put that one away?
I thought it was pure cowardice, and I'm certain that every pundit in England is saying the exact same thing.
Yeah.
And I would expect that every pundit in the world is saying the same thing. Going to 5 at the back as early as they did was suicidal, because Messi is always going to draw 3. So even if you're defending with 5 in the back, you're not going to have a huge numbers advantage in the middle of the box, which is how we saw the game play out. And you're also not going to be able to get pressure to the other players. Again, because Messi still at 39 years old always draws 3. So I thought it was, for a guy who is supposedly a master of this sort of thing, he failed at the basic math of it. Go ahead, in the back. Susannah?
Can I raise my hand and ask a question? Okay. Knowing how you feel about Thomas Tuchel, why then, yesterday when we were previewing this match, did you say that England were going to win easily?
I thought
easily.
I still think England have more overall talent than Argentina does. And I thought that at some point they would bring that to bear, and they would be able to sort of tilt the field, or at least tilt the momentum of the game and get rolling downhill. We've seen lesser teams than England do that against Argentina consistently.
Yeah, Switzerland played better than them. Cape Verde obviously played better than them.
Cape Verde came out
Egypt played better than them.
All of those teams came out with fire in their eyes against Argentina and tilted the field and made Argentina suffer in a way that England did not do for a single moment of this game.
And when Doyle said it yesterday, I didn't disagree with him. And I said
You don't have to take. I'll take this bullet myself.
No, that's fine. And I said all through today, Argentina had played poorly, and there's this thing with Argentina. There's this malleable, this game now requires 110%, we'll give 111. This game requires 100%, we'll give 101. They don't decide what games are, they react to it, and they are the essence that we have of like veteran know-how of then taking that moment and finding just enough. And Messi's the main part of that, but he's not alone. Like the ability to not panic under pressure is across all 26 players in this roster, and it has been for 5 years now. So I said to you in the first half, like, they're not losing tackles the way they had.
Yep.
So even in the moments we thought England would be better, where Argentina's just been bad, literally let a guy go 95 yards from Egypt, and now all of a sudden they're closing down on Jude. And they're closing down on Morgan Rogers. And so they were better in this game throughout the entire game than they've been the entire
Best game
World
of
Cup.
the tournament
100%.
for Argentina.
Yeah.
100%. And then the close was the best they've played offensively, and the ability to break teams down. Because think about it. Switzerland was an Alvarez shot from distance when not much had been growing.
Yeah.
Cape Verde was the same. They needed a header, or Egypt was the same. They needed a late header from Romero to get it started. Cape Verde, there was moments here or there, but it wasn't flowing and cohesive. So they played their best game in this one. I didn't hate the performance of Morgan Rogers, so I don't blame Tuchel for starting him. But it did change the space a little, where I thought the game would England would try to open up, because there was 2 moments where they played vertical down the middle, and they almost linked up both times. And you're like, that's a thing Argentina opens that France and Spain just don't allow you to do.
Yeah. And that was... It didn't seem like there was a game plan for England. It didn't seem like there was a blueprint, and that surprised me, because I thought you could just go direct and get at that Argentina back line. Teams have been doing it all tournament long, and England did it twice. And one of the times it was Kane dropping 70 yards off the front line and launching a long ball.
Connor Tobin's celebrating because England lost outside of here.
And that's not like that was always there.
Yeah.
That was always going to be there, and they never went back to it. Just make them, make them suffer. And
yeah.
Argentina never did that for a second.
And England should have won this game 2-0. That's the way you win this game.
Because Argentina does not get pressure to the opposing back line. They do not, because Messi doesn't defend. Okay? And he's still, I think, probably the best player in the world, but he doesn't defend. He has a weak
don't worry.
spot.
We're talking Ballon d'Or later. Yeah, right. We are talking.
Yeah, it's a weak spot now. And so play long, use the front line's physical dominance. England did it twice. They got one goal out of it. Why did they not do it more? They let Argentina set the terms of the engagement, just like France did for Spain yesterday, and that's why those two teams are going through.
And it's not unpredictable because it's what they did at the Azteca, and it's what they did against Norway. We thought the Azteca was unavoidable. Obviously, the red card changed it, and the reality
It feels more forgivable to do it in the
for
Azteca.
sure. But out of this, I said it the other day, like, this is Gareth Southgate's team. Tuchel had not changed much. He hadn't imprinted much. And that was Southgate's teams where, for the most part in tournaments, they did just enough. They were able to hang on. Trippier was an elite set-piece taker. Harry Kane's one of the great players in the world. There's been other pieces in those teams that have been really special over the years. But, like, that's kind of was England's story. And Tuchel, the way he went about this from selecting the squad on was like, oh, I'm going to build a team, and the team's going to work for each other. And it's like, that's what Southgate did. That's not that much different. And so then you come into this game, and I think there was part of like Tuchel didn't believe they could flex other muscles. He didn't trust the team that they were capable of more. They did it against Croatia in the first game, and that was the only time.
They had the rest of us, the world had too much fun watching England in that game because they played really stylish attacking soccer. And Thomas Tuchel was like, we cannot have that happen again. We are going to just nip that in the bud. And to his credit, he did.
Yeah, well, it almost worked, though. Like, it almost worked because
They
it
have a
wasn't
ton of
until
talent.
the 85th minute when Enzo Fernandez has that wonder strike from the top of the box.
But it was coming, right?
It was coming.
It was coming
there was
because,
chance
again,
after
you could
chance
see
after
that's
chance.
Messi drawing three to wherever he was. And if you watch that play out, he takes an extra touch to drag the defender out of the mid. It actually looked like Jonathan David getting sucked out on the set piece that against Morocco that sunk Canada. It was like that same type of thing, except in open play. And as soon as that guy comes over, Messi slides it right into Enzo's path.
But to your point, Pickford had made, what, three saves going into it? And all three of the saves were from the same space, which was Messi or someone else curling a ball in from on the edge of the 18 and on running guys. And then the header, and Pickford had made two saves, and then Nico Gonzalez had the one that he missed on the far post. So everyone else on England's reacting to the assumption that Messi's going to play that ball in. Judge Spence, I think, is the one who closes on him, leaves enough of an angle for him to play the ball. But 2 minutes before, Lissandro Martinez, whoever it was, had hit that shot from a similar area. But it's so deep that Enzo Fernandez can shoot from 19 yards away. And spoilers, the guy's a $113 million player. He's capable of scoring from there. And I thought McAllister struggled once again in this game.
I like that you point at me when you say McAllister.
Sorry.
Man.
We could put on this CVG t-shirt
They
if you want.
I did. You got to be fair. Well, yesterday I felt like I jinxed France because I wore the France kit. So I brought.
stayed neutral.
I came in a neutral. I just a plain tank top, and then I brought the Argentina kit, and then I also have. I don't have an England kit because why would I? But I have a Steven Gerrard t-shirt, and so I brought that just in case because I'm trying to
To
not
be equal
affect the game because that is
opportunity.
the power
And
that I
wear
have,
Messi
obviously.
Yeah.
So yeah, I
It's a good kit.
it's a great kit. It's a good looking kit.
But McAllister struggled, but Enzo Fernandez, like, there is world-class pieces in this Argentina team. There's not as many as there has been ever. Messi's the great amplifier, which is why we're going to talk about the Ballon d'Or at some point today because it's hilarious to talk about. I really liked starting Simeone in this game.
He was awesome.
Full of shit.
I mean, you talk about the one guy who set the tone for the
he
game.
Gets it.
Yeah.
I don't think he completed a pass. I don't know that he completed a dribble.
Did he need to?
But he
Completed a lot of tackles.
But he set that tone, which again was
Yeah.
this team had been kind of soft to play against, which is bizarre to say about Argentina, and they weren't today. They were up for it for the Malvinas, whatever it was, they were up for it.
I think so. We saw Lautaro Martinez come in late in the game. He ends up getting the game winner in stoppage time. And I think you've got to give a lot of credit to Scaloni, Doyle, for the subs that he made late, because he saw exactly what England were trying to do, what Thomas Tuchel were trying to do, and was like, no. We got some pieces that could hurt you.
Yeah, by the time they took out Gordon, which was about the 70th minute, it was clear
Here,
that
you can
England
see
weren't going to.
this graph, which is just all
It's the XG race chart from footy, and it's just like the 70th minute. It just goes
It's
like
literally
straight
74th
north.
minute, yeah.
That's kitchen sink time. And to the point I was making about Tuchel, by making the sub he did when he did, you're inviting that.
Yeah.
And what we've seen all tournament long is nobody can defend in their own end for the entire last 20 minutes.
This was my
of the
complaint
game.
about Japan.
Yeah.
It was just mistakes become goals.
How
You
many?
cannot
I mean,
beat
how
two
many
teams.
late goals have we seen in this tournament?
Yeah.
I think it was a record before we were even out of the group stage.
Yeah.
And so it's appropriate that this is how one of the two finalists gets there, because it's been the defining thing of this 2026 World Cup. Possession matters. You have to get on the ball. You have to take this thing out of the game through midfield. England never did that. And that's another thing that goes back to Thomas Tuchel, because of the players he picked and the squad he put together.
Is this Thomas Tuchel's fault? Like,
I mean, the players always have some blame.
This is Tuchel's fault.
Okay.
This is Tuchel's fault for putting his team in a space where they couldn't win. He set his team up to play this way,
right?
And they were incapable of playing out a game this way. That's on him. I totally agree with you that it's the player's fault. Go out there, play, create moments. Like, you have that in your
But
control.
it wasn't like there was one guy who played poorly on England that
he also
like you could
actively
point at and
moved
say,
the pieces around
yeah.
so that they'd end up playing this way.
Right.
So, like, how much can Harry Kane do up top when his coach has put in more center backs and more fullbacks and dropped his team deeper?
Right. I mean, like, to that point, the one time Harry Kane affected the game, he dropped 80 yards from goal to hit a center back's ball. And like Mark Gahey not being able to solve being kind of man-marked by Leo Messi. Like, Messi is, again, he does not play defense, but he stood on Mark Gahey the entire game and is like, well, we're not going to let this guy get into a rhythm. And wow, that's really tough to solve for. It must be the first time anybody. So like, there's a lot of blame to go around, but the lion's share is Thomas Tuchel.
Here's a fact: there are two teams that have scored first in the semifinal, but not reached the World Cup final in the 21st century. It was 2018 England versus Croatia, and 2026 Argentina. He's a German, Gareth Southgate. Stop. Can we talk? So there's a lot to talk about in this one. Can we talk about Messi?
I would love to talk about Messi, because this little magic man, I don't know why I am surprised when he still continues to blow my mind. I mean, he assisted both goals today. The guy is unbelievable. I was getting when England went up and it was like the 83rd minute or so, and I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, this is the last time I'm going to see Messi playing at a World Cup. And I just like started to like get all in my feels about it, and like, oh man, I'm not ready for this to end. And it was like he heard me, No, but you saw what it meant to him. Both of those goals were him creating everything, because that is what he does. And I think he now has the most assists in World Cup
most
history.
goals and the most assists. And he has scored or assisted in every single game he's played.
Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable.
So
this is literally the best tournament he's ever played, which suggests that perhaps more players should move to MLS.
Maybe. I made a joke to you during the game. I'm like, Inter Miami's better than this.
You did say that.
There was a segment of time between 60 and 80th minute where everything Messi did was going forward and was dangerous, and everything everyone else did was east to west and safe.
And the one who got them out of that was Rodrigo de Paul coming in.
Which is the best he's played.
By far the best and Rodrigo de Paul. It's funny that he's the one doing that because he's the one who's usually so deferential to Messi. But he was like, no, there's 3 guys on Leo. I'm going to bend this into the box, into the back post. And that's when the torrent of crosses and chances started.
Yeah.
He also, I think McKelly made the point 2 games ago, he's played the most times under Scaloni of any Argentina player. And Matt Kelly had said he should be dropped. He's played poorly, and it was like, well, Scaloni's never going to drop him. So he finally drops him. Simeone plays well, and then he comes off and the bench and plays well. So that's Scaloni's credit. But the magic with Messi is that for all of the quality he has and the struggles his team has, everything he's doing is the right thing to do.
Yeah.
It's layoffs. It's connected passes. He doesn't just take the game and say, can I dribble 5 guys and shoot? Like, it's assists because it wasn't just him, and I think that's where these guys die for him, is he plays the game the right. I mean, I know I'm not saying anything new, but the way he plays the game makes you want to play with him. And even when you're struggling and he's not, he puts you in a place to be good.
He does. And it sometimes teams forget that, right? Sometimes they're so deferential that it does become just a Leo show. And when they don't play like that, when they remember that it's not just playing with him, it's not just playing for him, it's playing to win, they are something else, man. And again, they have not lost a knockout round game since 2019. They are going to go into this final, the chance to become the first team in the history of world soccer to win 4 straight major tournaments.
So can he win the Ballon d'Or?
Yes.
If he wins the World Cup?
How is he not, if he wins the World Cup, how is he not the clear
Well,
front
we have
runner?
to see what he does in the
Because-
Leagues Cup first.
Well, there's that. But the man, he scores.
He lost to
he's-
Nashville in the CONCACAF Champions
Oh my
Cup.
God! But all he does is score goals for Inter Miami. Like he does it for both
True.
club and country. Like I don't know how.
I don't
people-
think there's a chance in hell an MLS player will ever
But
be
it's
given enough
Messi.
respect.
So here's the tough part this
it's
year.
messy.
Because by the time the vote comes, it's in October, right?
Right.
So there's no other UEFA Champions League, which is normally the main competition other people view. I don't think there's anyone on PSG who stands out to people.
It would have been
enough to win it,
Vitinha.
who went to a quarterfinal of a World Cup and round of 16. Sorry, my bad, Messi.
Yeah, so
Or sorry, my
Vitinha's
bad,
not-
Ronaldo.
No.
So
Vitinha's not
Vitinha,
gonna
I don't
win.
think wins.
Yeah.
I mean, let's go through the obvious teams and names. I don't think there's an Arsenal player who stands up to
No.
win it. Harry Kane's not going to go to a World Cup final. He led the Bundesliga in scoring, but Olise won the Bundesliga Player of the Year.
Olise got subbed in the semifinal,
yep.
loss to Spain. The best player for Spain was Rodri, who didn't have a great year coming back from that injury,
Yeah.
and Manchester City didn't win anything anyway. Lamine Yamal has not had a great World Cup. That said, if Lamine Yamal leads Spain to a
Yeah.
win in the World Cup, between that and how well he played for Barcelona, who did easily
yes.
win La Liga,
Yes.
I think he's the one who would
Yeah.
probably win it.
It feels like it's between the two of them. So it's partially Messi is Messi. And like we all know, media votes or anything voting from people that's not based off pure stats, Messi will overtake most of the
He
votes.
Yeah.
usually wins the stat stuff too.
True, that's true. But like, because what? The vote is based off captains, coaches, and a media member, one from every country in the world. So 50% of those people never watch a game and they just vote for Messi. I think Klinsmann got a vote a few years back when he hadn't coached in like 8 years. So it's not like a perfect science. And then there is not an obvious other person. And so if Argentina wins, so Lamine Yamal doesn't lead Spain,
Right.
and he will end up with 1 goal
Yeah.
at the World Cup. And then there's a little bit of time for you to play for Barcelona when you get back. Messi actually has the whole summer to play for Inter Miami. Don't flip that schedule. Don't flip that schedule. I think there's going to be some we'll take it from here people in,
boy.
in an office a few blocks away who might be trying to
gosh.
build
Oh
a
my
marketing
God.
campaign
gosh.
around
You
the
had to
Ballon
do
d'Or
Do you think
winner.
they know?
That's a great point.
Who would you vote for?
For the Golden Ball? Or for the Ballon
for
d'Or?
Ballon d'Or.
Who would I vote for?
Didn't you just
Myself.
make the case?
I'm like I've been hands down Messi for
No.
yeah.
I mean,
Since-
is it not Hani Mukhtar
Since he
for
started,
knocking him out?
since he started just absolutely dominating at this
Yeah.
tournament, I was like, man, like if Argentina do go to a final, if they end up winning again, how do you not give it to?
Yeah,
this
someone
man?
in the chat just said Kane or Olise, and that's kind of where I fall. I think Bayern were one of the 3 or 4 best clubs on the planet, and I think Kane had a good enough World Cup. That's probably where I fall, but it would be shocking for him to finally win it in a year where it will look like a failure because he lost in 2 semifinals.
Yeah, I don't think. I think he's phenomenal, but I don't think it should be him, and I don't think it should be Erling Haaland either.
Should it be Declan Rice?
No, it should not. Stop.
It will be Haaland, though. It will end up being Haaland.
But how?
Zero idea.
They didn't win.
They didn't win.
Yeah.
Whew. It's fascinating. People are going to be pissed. People are going to be pissed if Messi wins the Ballon d'Or while playing at Inter Miami. And I'm here for that.
He has been one of the 2 best players in this tournament. It's him and
No
Rodri.
question.
Okay, so he's playing in Copa America 2028, right?
Yeah.
Because he's going to come out of this. You know he's going to play the rest of this year. Then the schedule flips. He's going to play 1 more year. And then he's going to say, this isn't that hard. I'll make it to Copa America.
Yeah.
And he'll make it to Copa America in 2028.
Yeah.
I just feel like there's zero doubt at this point. He's LeBron. He's just like, maybe, his son's 14?
Yeah.
15?
You think he's going to do the Bronny thing?
Yeah. He's in the Inter Miami Academy.
Wow.
So he's only 4 years away.
Oh,
3
man.
year away. What a freaking game, man. That was awesome.
It was incredible. Before we
I hope they get smoked in the final.
Before we talk about the final, I want to hit on England again real quick. Is the future of England and Thomas Tuchel in particular?
Well, I think there is no
It's-
future for Thomas Tuchel
right?
with England, right? I think they will be starting the coaching search minutes from now, if not already, which is fine. That's how it goes. They still have a ton of talent. I think they're one of the 3 or 4 most talented teams in the world. They need to differentiate that talent in central midfield. It's the same issue that we were talking about yesterday with France, right? They produce a lot of really quality, really energetic, 2-way central midfielders, but not a lot of orchestrators, not a lot of guys who control the game. And maybe that's partially by design, but maybe they're just overlooking some of the guys who could do some of the things like Vitinha or like Rodri or like Pedri. But I think they have to address that on a structural, developmental level. That said, they still have enough talent to go next year and win UEFA Nations League.
It's 3 semifinals in 8 years?
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah. This has been the golden age of English soccer.
Is this not the Pep job?
Ooh.
We went through the list yesterday. We talked about it.
I don't know why I hadn't clocked that.
Yeah,
but
we did a U.S. soccer special, which will be coming out tomorrow on SoccerWise, where we talked about the coaching search for the U.S., and we rattled through with Pep. What are the options? And and Michele brought it up as well because Italy has been rumored with Maldini taking over.
Yep.
I believe there's another name that got connected more recently on the Italy side, and he hasn't really fully. What I find hard is Spain's won. So, one, they're not going to fire De La Fuente. Also, what is Pep bringing to them that's new? Portugal's the most obvious one. They just hired a coach, and also it's not a huge job. Outside of that, I don't know where Pep goes. If he wants to coach national team, Ancelotti's already at Brazil.
New York City FC.
He could go to NYCFC. He could
on,
go to
Gass.
Mexico. He lived in Mexico for a year. I don't think that job's as fun as you think it is from afar. And if he's able to get in touch with Tata Martino, I think he will notify him that it's a wild situation to be in. And so what Klopp has with Germany, I just don't think it exists for Pep. Germany would have been one because of his time at Bayern. He learned a bunch of the language and he was there. So England, he's there. He's comfortable. If he wins, it will be an accomplishment because it hasn't happened, right? He will have brought it home. And so there's a challenge there that might be worthwhile rather than just carrying on the torch for France.
Yeah.
Let's just say.
No, it's a good argument.
I think it's a great shout.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that happening.
Can I get 3% of the contract from Pep since I came up with the idea?
We'll put in some good words. All right, well, let's look ahead to Sunday's final. Obviously, we said Spain is the best team in the world right now. I would say we would all agree that they're probably the favorites in this one. But then when you take into account that this is an Argentina team that has Lionel Messi, they are defending champions. By how much are Spain a favorite in this final?
Don't ask me. I'm the idiot who thought England was going to win. You go first.
I would say I feel worse about it now than I did 24 hours ago when I told you Spain are the clear favorites.
Yeah.
Spain are still the favorites.
Mm-hmm.
I think Spain has shown throughout the World Cup that they dictate the terms of games and that they stick to their game plan no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't think they'll be rattled by Argentina in a way that England was, where all of a sudden they'll shift the way they're playing. And I don't think they'll come out on their heels in any way. But this was a level Argentina got to today that I didn't think they had in them. Yeah. And so that worries me again that Spain brings 140% and Argentina goes, oh, here's 141 one time this tournament. Right. And that's my fear in that game.
The thing is, if you close down that Argentinian or the Spanish back line and central midfielders the way Argentina was going crazy closing down England's back line and central midfielders, Spain will play right through you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You know, like you can't hurry them all that much, if at all. And if you really commit to it, they'll use that against you, like Aikido, you know, and just drag you out of position, play right through you, and suddenly your Arthibal has a back post tap in, or Dani Olmo on a pullback from 12 yards. They're just that good, and then it's keep away for 90 minutes, because when Spain bunkers, they don't go into a bunker. They go into your final third and they pass the ball until you make a mistake.
Now, we saw versus Cape Verde when Spain struggles to score, they get frustrated. We have not seen a game for Spain as choppy as what we saw today. So we don't know how Spain will deal with the dark arts if Argentina chooses to employ them. And based off Simeone being in this team,
I think they're going to choose to employ them.
They choose to employ them, and I think that's like a lot of why Argentina can win, for the same reason they could win today. Mm-hmm. Like, they've been in these moments, they understand what it takes. I think there'll be a level of comfort in the matchup because of the individuals all knowing each other, playing club together, all of that. And there'll be confidence for Argentina that there just hasn't been against Spain. But this is a Spain team that struggled against Belgium, right? They were good. They were not great. They won 2-1, but it wasn't impressive, especially on set pieces. So there are chances there for Argentina, but I would say right now, I would say Spain 3-1 win.
They suffocated that Belgian team, right? They
gave Belgium sucks.
Yeah, well, I
no Tillemans, Belgium.
Fair, but they did the same thing then the next game to France.
Yes,
so
fair.
I think we could say that, like, Spain are Spain. And look, if Spain win this, we are talking about one of the all-time great World Cup runs, because they beat a Portugal team that won last year's Nations League.
Conceded one goal?
One goal. They beat a Portugal team that won last year's Nations League against Spain. They suffocated Belgium. They then beat the hell out of a French team that we all thought was going to win this thing. And then if they beat Argentina, again, Argentina has not lost a knockout game in any competition since 2019. They are going for 4 major tournament wins in a row. This would be the all-time best World Cup run of any champion we've ever seen.
They would break Spain's record, because Spain
won,
set the tone first. They won 08 Euros, 2010 World Cup, 2012 Euros, and then they lost. Yeah. Argentina won 2021 Copa America, 2022 World Cup, 2024 Copa America. Yeah. So now the two are tied as the only to have won 3 in a row. And so Spain can protect that lead if they like, or protect that history if they'd like. I believe this is also the first time the Euro winner and the Copa America winner will face off in a World Cup final. Wow. So this is the peak. Yeah.
Is this going to be a fun final? Because you know sometimes finals aren't the best. You know, they can start a little fun. Cagey. Like, are we going to be entertained? Obviously, it's a final, so yes.
Did you have fun yesterday?
Not really.
And did you have fun today?
Yes.
There's a 50-50 shot you're gonna have fun yesterday. I think Spain will dominate the game. Yeah. I think they'll control the tempo. I think they will be very methodical with it. And so I think the tempo of the game will feel like that. Mm-hmm. And then you add on the reason, as you said, that finals are boring is, for the most part, because you're so close to the finish line.
Yeah.
The average team plays scared to lose rather than go to win. Normally, why semis are better is you're still clear enough from that history convo where teams normally play the way they play and play front foot, and they go out to win games. And in the final, it's so close in your mind what you could mistake that rather than take risks and play that pass that could open up the game,
Yeah.
you play safe because you don't want to make the mistake that goes the other way, as one Knoxville learned, in the final. So
Thank
you
you.
have the experience in-house.
Listen, I do. Also, One Knox has a big game tonight against Fort Wayne, who are on a bit of a run right
come
now.
on.
So this is a big 3 points up for grabs.
Fort Wayne are so overrated.
Come on.
So
They're like the new
overrated.
kids on the block. They've got the new stadium.
Yeah.
They're all feeling themselves, and I'm like, okay,
Time to get
haven't-
dragged into the mud.
The scruffy boys are
Get
coming
out of
for
here,
you,
DeMarcus
Fort Wayne.
Beasley.
That's right. Ian Fuller is going to have his boys prepared
Yeah.
and ready for battle.
They'll watch the World Cup semifinal.
Exactly. Do you think so? We're in New York City. Obviously, the final is going to be here. Are we ready for the deluge of Argentines? Because I feel like this is going to be a very heavy.
Oh, the city's about to get
Like
invaded.
it is gonna.
Yeah, they'll all go to Times Square,
crazy.
so we'll be fine. We'll never see them. They lost.
You don't like to go to the M&M store every day.
Someone said
What's
to
wrong
me,
with you?
someone
This
who's
is my first
not
stop.
from the U.S. said to me the other day, they go, I tried to get into the Lego store and the line was out the door. I go, I couldn't even tell you where that's located.
I literally every time I see people and there's like a line around, like I'm like, why? What is the appeal? I don't know.
It's part of the city that never sleeps.
Yeah.
The Lego store.
Well,
Yeah.
listen, we'll have to find some Argentine fans and they can give us the
Yeah.
the rundown of the Lego store.
Yeah, but I think we saw it in Atlanta. I said to you guys, like, we should have gone.
Yeah.
Obviously, I live in Miami, so I'm around Argentines a bunch. I've been to an Argentina World Cup game. They travel like no other fan base. And there are a lot that live here. Not in New York as much, but in
Right.
the U.S. So I think people are just going to come that don't have tickets. There's a Boca Juniors steakhouse out in Queens that's probably
Yeah.
going to be flooded. And yeah, I think they're going to take over the city and they're going to be ready to party. And we saw, it seems like there's not as large of a Spain contingent that travels and is connected to the team. So, because we saw the prices go down as Spain got into the final, and now they'll skyrocket back up as Argentina makes it. So I think it'll feel like an Argentine building. Messi retired in this building 11 years ago.
Yeah.
Spoilers, it didn't hold. So there's a little bit of history there and a little bit of connection to this stadium. And I think that's all going to be pretty fitting when we get to that final.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Oh my God, it's gonna be so good. Doyle, you're gonna have some tactical breakdowns for us
I
tomorrow.
am, yeah. Just a little review of how Spain dominated France and,
Yeah.
and put them into a situation where they had to make a couple of decisions that they never made. And then I'm going to go home and I'm going to rewatch the game that we just saw, and I'm going to come up with something to say about that. But it's hard because really what defined the game was England doing the one thing they shouldn't have done and Argentina beating the hell out of them because of it.
Who do you think wins the third place game? England, France in Miami. What a
Wait,
game.
okay, so England are on their way to Miami right now, probably,
Yeah,
right?
I already blue skied it out that 11's about to get invaded.
Oh,
I think
baby.
Norway was there already.
Dang.
If you go to 11, the corner
What's
bar.
the cover charge?
I have zero idea. I've never been inside. And that's not me pretending like I'm a good person. I've literally never been inside. If you go around the corner bar is a great bar, and 11th Street Pizza is as close to a New York slice as you're going to get
Where
in
did
Miami.
we watch soccer? When we
We went
watched
to the
One
Old
Knox
Dubliner,
game.
which is not far from 11.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good bar.
Great bar.
Yeah, great.
You love an
curry
Irish pub.
chips. What?
You love an Irish pub.
I love an Irish pub, and anything can be an Irish pub is what I've learned, as long as you believe big enough. Can I do my dramatic thing real quick?
Yes, you can.
I talked about this a little bit with Mbappe. I think there's like a thing we all do, which is we have great players, and then those great players move on, and the next player is supposed to be the next person. And I don't think that's true. I talk about it in basketball a lot. Kobe was not MJ. LeBron is.
Yeah.
But Kobe got elevated because you need the next guy. I think Mbappe's been put in that category because he's the one after Messi and Ronaldo. I think Lamine Yamal is that player.
Okay.
So for this final now to be Lamine Yamal as a teenager coming off a European championship against what we
look what you
think,
just did.
boom.
I got
That's what I was
goosebumps.
going for.
I got
What we
goosies.
think is Messi in his last World Cup, that's the show. And I know Fox will overdo it, and it's about the teams, and there's much more to it.
Yeah.
But I think when we look back in 20, 30, 40 years, it'll be either Lamine Yamal's coming out party against Messi, or it'll be Messi held on and showed what greatness is one more
I'm
time.
kind of here for either narrative.
I'm
you know?
not against
Yeah.
either one at this point. I would love to be able to. I was like
Can
going to
you
make
pull
fun
up
of
the
Argentine
photo?
fans for the last month and
Can
be
you-
like, yeah, I'll
this
show
is
you.
so I mean, I'm
Actually,
assuming most people have seen this photo that circulated a few years ago.
Oh no, I don't have an HDMI cord, so I can't share my screen.
So,
So never mind.
if you've seen
Everyone has seen this photo.
the Leo Messi is bathing a baby.
A chubby
Little
Lamine
Lamine Yamal.
Yeah.
He's so cute. He's in a little bathtub, and Messi's got, it's like the long hair Messi era.
Yeah, I mean, this
which
was
is
like 07,
oh my God,
08.
it's just, it's classic though. But that's kind, it's a real
wild.
full circle moment.
It is wild. Yeah.
And now they're going to face off against each other in a World Cup final. Wow, man, it's so good, guys. We only got a few days left.
I know. This was a great close to the semifinals.
It really was.
It set up the final in a really. I don't think we'll see the France-Argentina game again, where
No.
it's like 2-2 extra time, blah blah blah. But I think it will be a tight game that will feel like is a well played final.
Spain only knows one way to play. They'll come out and they'll play the exact same way they played against France, and Argentina will not be intimidated the way France was.
Mm-hmm.
So it is. I still think Spain are going to. I'll say it again. I think they're going to comfortably win this one.
Sucks for you, Spain.
Wow.
Kiss of death right there. But it won't feel the way France never showed up.
Yeah.
Argentina's not going to not show up. They're going to at least make Spain feel them.
Toodle Ramen grabbed me on Blue Sky. He said Messi would be the first player not playing in Europe to win the Ballon d'Or because it's a newer award.
Right.
And my assumption is, if you want to talk about the Bosman ruling at some point, if you have a little bit of time, Doyle's been bringing this up every single chance he gets over the last 48 hours. Everyone who's won it has played in Europe to some extent or is probably playing there at the time. So Messi would break the game. He would make history.
He would make history.
It'd be a weird
Be
thing for him
incredible.
to do.
Yeah.
Something he's a bit unfamiliar with.
Yeah, not at all.
Do you want to do a quick
Not at all
prediction?
familiar. For the final?
Yeah. Not for the third place championship.
Oh, yeah.
It's the official term for the
Well,
game.
I mean, the third place game is actually pretty relevant here because we have a lot of our Golden Boot draft participants.
do those goals count?
Yes, they do.
They do.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, all my guys are gone.
That's wild.
Yeah, I was
No,
out
you
of it a
got
long
Harry.
Yeah.
Oh, Harry's still there. That's right. Jeez Louise. I think Harry's going to be a little hungover.
Desiree,
That
Du-
tells me Harry is not. It's
Yeah.
feels more like an Ivan Toney game.
Yeah.
Desiree Due is going to score
Tony.
14
I forgot
goals
he
in
was
this
on the
game.
roster. Oh, my God.
Well,
okay.
he's there for PKs,
There
which
we
they
go.
went to 0 times.
They did.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Okay, prediction for this one. I think, man, I know it's such a predictable prediction, but I'll say 2-1 Spain.
I'll say 2-0 Spain.
I'm going to say 3-1 Spain.
Okay. All right.
Congratulations, Argentina.
Our World
I've
Cup
been right
champions
my
once
two
again.
semis, which I'm very
Were
excited
you?
about. Yeah. The Spain I felt good about. This one I felt bad about. I thought I was picking Argentina because I wanted Argentina
Yeah.
to beat England. I didn't really think it was going to happen. Worked out well for me.
Oh,
Is
man.
there some way you can monetize being correct about sports outcomes?
I don't know. I'm going to text Bryce Harper and see if he knows anyone who can help me out.
And on that note, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to be back tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. Eastern. We're going to, as we said, Doyle's going to give us some tactical breakdowns about what we can hopefully expect to see in this final on Sunday. And we're going to have more shows coming up. We're going to give out some awards.
I think our buddy Musa Kwangu is going to join us.
Musa's joining us
Yeah.
on tomorrow or
On Friday.
On Friday.
Yeah, and we have to give out some
12:30 p.m.
awards.
Eastern.
We have our football manager tactician of the tournament.
Okay.
Which, by the way, here's a little preview. Thomas Tuchel, quote, "It's easy to say my decisions were wrong after the defeat." Spoilers, Tuchel. That's how it works.
Wow.
So we have tactician, and then we'll have our level up player, which the first 3 level ups we did at this World Cup were Yan Diomande, Johan Manzambi, and Ayub Buadi. And I believe combined, they're going to roughly move for about $315 million
Holy
in
moly.
this offseason. So we've nailed that one, but we'll have to pick our best, and then we'll talk best 11s, golden balls, defender of the tournament,
We're
stuff
not
like
done
that.
yet,
Yeah.
folks. No, this has been so much fun. Thanks so much for hanging. Thank you, Jordan, who's pulling
one
all the
soccer
strings
fan.
back there. He's a legend. Guys, don't forget, 12:30 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. We'll be right back here. We'll see you then. Have a good one.